My dog Millie found out about the cat video and now she's refusing to talk to me until I do a dog video. And well, I'd hate to disappoint my literal daughter, so I guess I'm going to attempt to beat a hardcore nuzlocke of Pokémon Scarlet using only shiny dogs. Now, unlike cats, there are no dog starter Pokemon, which is both sad because, well, I love starter Pokemon, but also great because it means I don't have to start this adventure with a Masuda hunt, and instead, I can pick one of the multiple early game dogs available in Scarlet and Violet. And I decided to go with my favorite dog Pokemon in the franchise. My first target was going to be Shiny Rockruff. Rockruff is just so peak. I love this little rock pup so much. And its shiny only makes it even better. And so I was pretty excited when I found my first shiny pup. Wait, is that? Oh, it is! Shiny Rockruff! Let's go! Oh, it feels good not having to do a Masuda hunt. Hey! Go away. What the frick, dude? Could you... Wait, can you... Go away. Look at him. Try to get a good shot, but I guess we just got to battle it. Look at him. Yes! Dude, this shiny is so top tier, man. God, I love it. Alright, I guess we gotta catch this thing now. I named my adorable blue puppy Scooby. And yeah, the naming theme is going to be pretty easy this time, but I'll still be heart reacting to anyone who guesses it right in the comments. And after a quick play in front of the gym and teaching Scooby Rock Tomb plus Stealth Rocks, we were ready to challenge the first gym. Scooby one-shots Katie's Nimble with a Terra boosted Rock Tomb, bringing in her Tarantula, and I used this chance to set up a Stealth Rocks, which honestly ended up being a bit of a mistake as Bug Bite actually chunks Scooby pretty hard. Since Rock doesn't actually resist Bug, which is really weird to me, like you'd think it would, but anyway. A Rock Tomb does Oko on the next turn, and when Teddiursa enters the field, I'm a bit disappointed by the Stealth Rock damage. But it does such little damage because Teddiursa is still a normal type. So yeah, it really wasn't worth the trouble. The small chip isn't enough to help Rock Tomb get the one shot, as the bear lives with red HP, and Fury Cutter does insane damage, and Scooby has just 3 hit points left.
Okay. I have nothing 100% accurate. I need to click Rock Tomb, I think, and just pray, right? Please. Yes! Let's go! Oh, that was that was way scarier than it needed to be. Why does Rock resist Bug? It doesn't make sense. Oh my god.
Okay, Scooby clutches it out and we've won the first badge. Well, I think this is a perfect time to go get a new shiny. Oh, wait. Shiny Fido? Yeah, that's shiny. Look at him. I think this is the first time I've ever found a shiny Fido. Look at him, he's oh, that little tail shake. Ah! He's so cute. Fred joins the team and he is a certified cutie. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Also, you might be asking, BP, did you name him Fred because it rhymes with bread? So he'd be Fred Bread? Weird question to ask, but yes. Yes, I did. It's the small things in life that keep me going, okay? It's funny. Fred Bread. I need help. Fred ends up being a surprisingly great answer to the Stony Cliff Titan, since he naturally learns Charm and we can pick up the Dig TM. This combo makes it a free fight, as Fred lowers its attack stat to -6 with Charm, negating all of its damage, and then he just has to hit a couple of digs to beat phase 1. With Arven's Shelter doing some extra damage with Water Gun and keeping Fred healthy with Life Dew, phase 2 fell even quicker, and Fred does just the cutest, stumpiest little victory dance. Look at him. I'd die for you, Fred. Now the team was certainly cute, but it was lacking an answer to Brassius's grass types. Luckily for me, the OG dog Pokemon is a fire type, and this little pupper was the only thing that ever made me doubt picking Leaf Green as a kid. My target was of course Growlithe, and this only took about 3 hours. Oh! Hey, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing hanging out all the way back here? Hey, where'd you go? Buddy? Hello? Oh, there you are. Dude was just like, what's the word? Not brooding. I don't know, he was just hanging out in his dark little cave. What a baller. And it's Intimidate! I was too busy yapping, I forgot to even think about that. That's awesome. Roxy won't kill. Roxy won't kill. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, easy. It's gonna make it so much easier to catch. Alright, Shiny Growlithe! I named my intimidating little puppa Sheriff Stone, which I thought was a really fitting nickname, but that's also a mouthful and I can barely speak as it is, so I'll just be calling him Stone for short. If I did learn one thing from the Shiny Cat run, it's that I need to cherish my time with my Pokemon, and I know my real life dog loves to play fetch, so I pop up a picnic and start throwing the ball around for my virtual pups. And I think they had, you gotta love this, a ball of time. Now, if you like that, you'll also like this. Stone is in fact a Stone evolution, which means I can evolve this cute little police rookie into the real sheriff of Pubtown. And my god, does Arcanine look amazing. This Pokemon is so cool. I'd really like to say that this Brassius battle was even slightly difficult, but since Stone gets access to so many powerful moves through the relearning feature, he's able to cook through Brassius and his grass types, making this the easiest Brassius fight I've had in a very long time. But Stone is far from finished, as his broken moveset also includes the best physical fairy type move in the game, making him the perfect check to the dark type Bombardier. I will admit though, even with the Intimidate drop, Bombardier still did massive damage to Stone, and we can't heal between phases, so for phase 2 I do have to rely on little Scooby, who is able to bring down the bird with a couple of Terra boosted rock tombs, thanks to the help from Knackley. And he's so proud of himself. I love these dogs so much. After defeating the Sky Titan, Arven tells me about his own dog, who is in a lot of pain and is the reason for him wanting to defeat the Titans and collecting the Herba Mystica. And as a dog trainer myself, I promise that my pups and I will do whatever it takes to help Arven get his friend back to being healthy and playful. To accomplish my new goal, I'll need some powerful dogs by my side. Thankfully, my next target is one of, if not the strongest dog Pokemon in the franchise. Oh yeah, you already know what I'm about to get my hands on. It's Shiny Lucario.
Oh! Hello! Oh, dude, I love when they just, appear out of thin air like that. Shiny Riolu! Boosh. Is that a... Sparkle! Yes!
I waste no time evolving Daphne into the amazing Shiny Lucario, and this Pokemon is so dope. Though I will admit, it does lose a bit of aura when you see just how tiny it is. Don't let it get you down though, Daphne. You're just a short queen. And that's okay. Her short stature is not indicative to her power, as she destroys Giacomo with just 3 aura spheres and 1 cheeky little vacuum wave. Yeah. Being able to get this Pokemon really early is just so broken, but I love it. It makes it so easy. The idea of not struggling through the early game is just really refreshing, and I must say, so far, shiny dogs are clearing shiny cats. This has been a cakewalk. My dogs are so strong that I decided to just take on the Orthworm Titan early. I really want to see Arven and his dog happy, okay? I have a human heart. And a boy and his sick dog, it just easily moves me, okay? Sue me, bro. But this is another just easy fight as Stone fires off a couple of flamethrowers to beat both phases. And our reward is hearing Bostiff's cute little wolf. So freaking worth it, man. For the first time, maybe ever, doing a Scarlet and Violet Nuzlocke, I'm actually feeling really confident about the battle against Iono. I really didn't have a plan for this battle other than strong Pokemon use strong moves, and it was a really nice feeling, okay? Scooby can one-shot Watchel with Rock Slide, Fred can lower Bellibolt's attack stat with Charm, so Daphne can come in and take it down with a couple of Aura Spheres. An Aura Sphere is then super close to one-shotting Luxio, but Daphne is now quite low and paralysed, so it's time to bring in Stone, who finishes Luxio off with an extreme speed, leaving Iono with her ace Miss Magius. We both terrestrialize, but Miss Magius uses Confuse Ray, and of course, Stone hits himself. This is slightly annoying, but didn't end up being a problem as I gave him the Assault Vest to boost his special defense. So Hex on the next turn does barely any damage, and Stone snaps out of confusion and lands a Terra boosted Flame Blitz for a clean one-hit knockout, earning this dog pack their third gym badge. With Iono defeated, we get a new level cap, which means we can evolve Scooby into one of the coolest Pokemon, Lycanroc. But Lycanroc has 3 forms. So which one am I going to pick? Well, why not all 3? Oh yeah, it's time to get my hands on 2 more shiny Rockruffs. The first one was easy enough, as when I loaded up the game, there was a Rockruff outbreak on the map. So like, I might as well take advantage of it. And after an hour of resets, our second blue pup showed up.
Oh, wait. Oh my god, I'm so slow. Hey, bud. Second shiny Rockruff, let's go. Wait, hello. Hey, come here. Alright, let's see. Is it own tempo? Because it'd be so funny. No, it's not. I mean, fair enough. Like, I'm hatching eggs for it anyway, but it would have been funny. It would have saved me a lot of time too, probably. Oh, crit capture? Let's go. Let's go.
Getting midday and midnight Lycanroc is fairly simple, but for Rockruff to evolve into its dust form, it does have to have its special ability Own Tempo. But of course, it's super rare for wild Rockruffs to have this ability. But there is a static Own Tempo Rockruff you can catch, and if you breed that one with a Ditto, the children will always have the Own Tempo ability. So, in the end, I do have to do a Masuda hunt for a shiny Own Tempo Rockruff. But we get super lucky, and only after 445 eggs, it finally hatched.
Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh, I'm so excited for this. I've wanted a shiny dust form Lycanroc for so long. I finally got a shiny Own Tempo. Oh! Dude, I love this shiny so much. Let's go! Okay, we gotta evolve them now.
With 3 shiny Rockruffs collected, it was time to evolve them. I evolved Scooby into the midday form, and the light blue looks so awesome. But in terms of a Nuzlocke, midday is kind of the worst, which is sad because it does look freaking cool. I then evolved Scrappy into the midnight form, and no wonder you guys love this shiny. It looks so tough. But my personal favorite form is Shaggy's dust form. This Pokemon is so cool, and is by far the best Lycanroc form of the 3 in my opinion. Also, you might have noticed that his name is censored. For some reason, I couldn't name him Shaggy without the censor, which is annoying, but really not much I can do about it, sadly, so it's Shaggy though. It's been a long time dream of mine to own all 3 shiny forms of Lycanroc, but you guys also seem to really like these shinies, so I'll make a deal with you. If you guys can get the channel to 60,000 subs by the end of June, then I'll give all 3 of my shiny Lycanrocs to one of you. The support on the channel lately has been crazy, and this is the best way I can think to give back. To win any of my shiny giveaways, all you have to do is join the Discord and look in the notifications tab. I try to give away a lot of my shinies for my videos, so if you're interested, come check it out. Also, let me know in the comments if you're a cat or a dog person. Personally, I love both, but if I had to choose, I'd pick dogs. there is just something so soothing about coming home and seeing how excited Millie is to see me, and her smile could cure any of my problems. Though a lot of the time she can be my problem, but I still love her because she's so fluffy. Also, if you're enjoying the video, consider leaving a like as it does really help. Thank you all again. Let's get back into the video. I sadly don't have a water type for the upcoming battle against Mela, but I do have 3 rock types and some Fred bread. He was just so cute. Look at how doughy he is. Ah! But I do sadly need to evolve him into Dash Bun just so he can keep up with the power of the rest of the pack. And Fred does look hella dapper now, but I will miss his puppy stage. Well, let's take down Mela. My plan was pretty simple. I just lead with Fred and he counters Torkoal's drought with a rain dance. Plus he's holding the damp rock, so the rain is going to last for 8 turns. Which is really good news because Torkoal's insane defense means it takes 3 turns for Scrappy to take it down with rock tombs. Mela then sends in her Starmobile, and Scrappy is doing great damage, but I do end up switching to Scooby, who has the stronger move in Rock Slide. So as long as he doesn't get burnt... Oh man. Well, with Scooby's attack now halved, I decided to bring in Shaggy, and he gets off a priority Terra Booster to Cellrock for more great damage, before he gets... burnt. Okay, well she can't burn all of my Lycan Rocks. Well, I guess she can burn them all. Well, at this point it doesn't really matter, as Scrappy brings the Starmobile into the red, and Scooby can come back in and finish it off with a Rock Slide, finally defeating Mela. Now the evolutions are frequently argued about. Are they cats? Are they dogs? Are they something else? Well, in my opinion, I think there are 2 evolutions that I'd count as dogs, and the most dog of the evolutions, in my personal opinion, is Jolteon. I mean, look at this TCG artwork. It's giving dog running after a ball. These are my runs, so if my dumb brain associates Jolteon with dogs, then I'm just going to say it's a dog. So let's get our hands on a shiny Eevee. And Eevee is just a grossly annoying Pokemon to find, so I do date reset until I find an outbreak, and after KOing 60 Eevees, it took me 5 hours to find my shiny, which is insane for an outbreak.
Oh, wait. Oh, finally, dude. Oh, let's go. I don't know why, but like, I have really bad luck with Eevee shinies. Like, even with the outbreak, this took hours for just no reason. No reason. But I've been really lucky with like evolution outbreaks, just really unlucky with Eevee. God, it is a good shiny though. And it has been a while since I've gotten a shiny Eevee. God, it's so cute.
Well, it took forever, but after slapping it with a Thunderstone, Vincent the Jolteon joins the team. And this is another green evolution that I think looks so much better in Gen 9. Vincent came just at the right time as well, as Kofu is the next gym leader, and he uses water types. And, well, I actually lead this battle with Fred, and trust me, it'll make sense in a second. First, Fred lowers Veluza's attack stat with a charm. I had to do this because Fred then sets up the rain, which does unfortunately boost Kofu's water type moves. So I needed Veluza's attack stat lowered so Vincent could tank an Aqua Cutter on the switch. And with the rain, Thunder is now 100% accurate, and Vincent proceeds to use the power of Zeus to strike down Kofu's whole team. This might have seemed like overkill, but if you watch the cat video, you'll know why I had to do this. Kofu can be a really scary man if you underestimate him. Well guys, I both hate and love to say it, but I'm actually not dreading the fight against Atticus. Yeah, that's how OP my dogs are. Daphne is a steel type, so she can dodge all of Skunktank's moves while she sets up to max attack with Sword Stance. She then uses a couple of Trailblazers to increase her speed, and this lets her outspeed the Reveroom and Muck while claiming the one-shot with Bulldoze, leaving Atticus with his Starmobile. but 2 bulldozers is all it takes to break it down. And that's another easy peasy Atticus battle. Still hate him though. Like, seriously, don't get it twisted, he sucks. It's just, if you have a steel type, he's kinda easy. After Atticus is of course everyone's favorite man, Larry. Now, you know, and I know that Daphne could just sweep this fight without any issues, but I wanted to give Shaggy a chance in the spotlight. I did need Fred to lower Kamala's attack, so Shaggy could safely set up to max attack, but it just ended up spamming Sucker Punch anyway, so it didn't really matter. Once at max attack, an Accel Rock gets the one shot, but the Dunsparce lives with red HP and gets the paralysis off with a glare before being finished off by a second Accel Rock, leaving Larry with his A-Star Raptor, who also lives with red HP. I could have avoided these problems if I just terrestrialized Shaggy, but in the end it really wasn't an issue, as I just get to send in Scrappy, who can finish off Staraptor with a cheeky Rock Tomb, earning us the 5th badge. And I learnt my lesson, and in the Nimona fight I did actually Terra Shaggy, allowing him to one-shot her whole team. That was a much better performance. Good job, Shaggy. There is a shiny dog that I hear literally no one talking about that I personally adore. The Golden Pooch, Poochiana. I love this shiny so much. I think it's really dope. And with the Ghost Gym coming up next, now was the perfect time to head over to Kitakami to hunt for my Golden Pooch.
Oh! You're not flowers! Hey, bud! I thought... See those like yellow bushes behind me? Where'd he go? Hello? Hello? Oh, there you are. Hey, bud! I thought he was the flowers for a bit, because they've been tricking me this whole hunt. Hello! God, this is such a cool shiny. Keeps running away from me though. Can I get a little picture with him? I don't do this enough, and I want to do it more. I can't see him. Where did he... Oh. Oh, are you serious? I tried, okay? Hello! Oh, it's a girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pooch. Oh, alright, cool. This took a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, I'm glad to have it. Underrated shiny. Kind of not an underrated Pokemon, but still pretty cool.
Look at how precious Velma is. She's so cute. She thinks, she sits, she sleeps, and sadly she does have to grow and become a Mighty Anna. And I love this shiny in older gens, but it looks a bit, I don't know, like derpy in this gen. Like her face is a bit smooth at the nose and she isn't showing her teeth. I don't know how to explain it, but hey, I'm a derpy guy. I can rock with a derpy dog. Velma and Scooby lead the battle against Rhyme's Mimikyu and Baynet. Rockslide is able to hit both of Rhyme's Pokemon, allowing Scooby to proc Mimikyu's disguise, and is able to chip Baynet, allowing Velma to finish it off with a Terra boosted Crunch. And since we did Terrestrialize, Rhyme's Crowd gives us an Omni boost, so Rockslide leaves Mimikyu with red HP, and half shots Houndstone, as Velma finishes it off with another Crunch. Rhyme is left with her last 2 Pokemon, but Rockslide finally snipes the KO onto Mimikyu, and Crunch KO's Toxtricity for a really easy 6 badge. With Rhyme defeated, we now have to head to the Asado Desert to help Arvin and his dog, and for the most part, this Titan actually kinda scares me. It can hit almost all of my dogs for super effective damage. Well, all but one. Oh yeah, it's time for Fred the Bread to be more than just a charm bot. And this is the first real opportunity to use Fred as an attacker as opposed to a supporter. And while he isn't getting insane one-shots, it's still great damage considering Fred is the main reason our sweepers can safely set up. He's also a physical wall, so while taking very little damage, he's able to take down both phases of the Great Tusk Titan. And Arvin is one step closer to getting his best friend back to perfect health. So far, my dogs are blitzing through the Paldea region, but Tulip was looking like a bit of a wall. I mean, yeah, I did just pick up a Dark Doggo, but as much as I love Velma, she isn't the best Pokemon. Luckily for me, there is another Dark Doggo that was recently added in Scarlet and Violet.
No, it's just a rock, right? Oh, wait. I was like, oh, shiny. And then I'm like, no, you fool. Why would you interrupt me? And I was like, no, you fall for this all the time. It's just a rock. No, it was hiding on the rock. Tricky little devil, dude. Come here. Boop. What a shot. Alright, sit. We got it. Oh god, I need glasses, I think.
Muttley evolves into Maboshtif, and I was originally not going to use this big boy because it kind of felt weird with Arven's situation. Like, you just told your friend that your Labrador is deathly ill, and they show up with a Labrador that looks exactly the same to yours, but a slightly lighter color. I don't know, it just felt weird. But in the end, I decided that we needed Muttley to beat Tulip. Before that though, Daphne does destroy Nimona. Probably didn't have to mention it, it's just satisfying to watch, just everything get one shot. God, Lucario's broken. Okay, now we can take on Tulip. She leads with Farigarath and I lead with Velma, and Crunch does fantastic damage. But since it didn't KO, the Giraffe is able to set up a Reflect, and a second Crunch does end up taking it down, but then Tulip sends in her Gardevoir, who poses a huge threat to my Dark Doggo thanks to her fairy typing. So I bring in Assault Vested Stone, who probably could have one-shot with Flare Blitz, but the Reflect kinda put a downer on that idea. So Stone goes through a pretty risky backwards and forwards, but without any crits, he's able to come out on top, KOing the fairy. Espathra has awful coverage, so I send in Velma, who can put the bird to sleep with a yawn, before sending in Muttley. He uses this chance to set up a couple of Hone Claws before one-shotting Espathra with a Crunch. And I was ready for Muttley to one-shot Florges next, but my heart sinks as Tulip terrestrializes first.
Oh no, that's... Wait, she's terrestrializing first? Which I think means she outspeeds. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. How is it faster, bro? Look at it, it's a little flower. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. I don't even have max friendship because we only just got Muttley, so I can't even scam it with like a dodge or a tough out. Oh no. Please. No, just live though, naturally. God damn it! Muttley! Oh. He used one move before I got him killed. Are you serious? Oh man.
Yep, she outspeeds Muttley and kills him with a Moonblast. Well, at least I don't have to feel weird about owning the same dog as Arven. Scrappy is my next tankiest dog, so I send him in next, and a Moonblast does bring him below half HP, but Crunch does just as much damage in return. Scrappy is slower, so I switch him out for Shaggy, who shakes off a Psychic and then outspeeds, and finally puts an end to this killer flower. Well, losing Muttley really sucks, but if we compare to the cat run, then we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, I lost like 4 cats by this point, so... You know, focus on the positive here, guys. Thankfully, the final gym leader, Grusha, was looking extremely easy, as I did have 3 rock types, a fighting steel type, and a fire type. And well, it is sad to see the final gym leader get destroyed this easily, but Shaggy just rips right through his ice types for a nice and easy final gym badge. As many of you know, the final gym badge doesn't mean we're ready to take on the Elite Four, as I still need to finish up the other storylines. The first loose end is Ortega, who is the second last Team Star boss. And since he starts with his water type Azumarill, I decided to start with Vincent, who gets the easy one-shot with a Thunderbolt. Wigglytuff is out next, and it can hit surprisingly hard, so Vincent uses a couple of Baby Doll Eyes to lower its attack stat. He then hits the nastiest Raw Thunder of all time, which brings Wigglytuff low enough for a Thunderbolt to KO. But Vincent has way too much swagger, and instead just hits another Raw Thunder. He then hits a third Thunder against Dashban. Dude, Vincent just doesn't miss. He can then finish off the bun with a Thunderbolt, leaving him with a clean 100% hit rate with Thunder. but he is pretty low, so when the Starmobile comes out, I switch him out for Daphne. And Flash Cannon does do awesome damage, but then Daphne gets confused and then she proceeds to hit herself in confusion. Two times in a row. And in the end, she ended up doing more damage to herself than the Starmobile. I'm forced to switch into Stone, but he resists all of the Starmobile's moves, so he can slowly but surely finish it off with a Flare Blitz and then a couple of flamethrowers. Vincent then proceeds to keep his 100% hit rate against Dondozo, one-shotting phase 1 with a Thunder. But tragedy strikes poor Vincent in phase 2 as he misses 2 Raw Thunders before having to switch to using Thunderbolt. I imagine this is what it feels like when your favorite athlete has hit Unk status. I don't really know though, I don't watch sports. Thunderbolt is thankfully enough to take down the second Dondozo phase, which of course angers the Tatsugiri. And I thought Fred would pop off here, but his special defense is actually kind of awful, so Muddy Water does insane damage, and I just can't afford to keep him in, so I send in Daphne. And I won't lie, Greedent kinda carried this fight, doing most of the damage with takedowns, while Daphne kind of just steals the kill with a Dragon Pulse. And with the Tatsu defeated, Arvin's pup is now back to full health, and it's beautiful to see him standing up with no problems. I bet him and Muttley would have been good friends. Well, I need to focus on keeping my current dogs alive, and Eri is a rare, hard matchup in this run. Her lead alone has a way to hit all of my dogs for super effective damage, which is kind of scary. So I think it's about time I finally get my hands on a shiny Graveyard. And this little pup might rival Fido for the cutest puppy in Paldea. And its shiny is incredible, but it was by far the longest hunt of the run, taking over 8 hours to find.
Okay. Oh! Hello! Finally did. Yes! Boop! Let's freaking go. Oh, it's such a good shiny. This might be my favorite, probably not favorite, but one of my favorite Gen 9 shinies. It's so good. Not a huge fan of its evolution, but like Graveyard pops off. Oh, sweet.
I think it's safe to say that this is one of the best Gen 9 shinies. He is just so cute, and the colors just pop. Though I do wonder why most of our dogs are gold shinies. Oh my god, look! His ears are so floppy! Sadly, I do have to evolve Little Gator Ghoul here, and my affection for shiny Houndstone is... How do I put this? It almost non-existent? Its yellow gets so dulled out and it just ends up kind of looking sickly in color. And yes, like I know it's a ghost dog, but still, could have kept the bright yellow / gold color. It would have been so much cooler. Well, Ghoul is still a great answer to Eri's lead Toxicroak, as he's immune to Brick Break and resists Poison Jab, baiting it into using Sucker Punch, giving Ghoul 5 free turns to set up with Howl, boosting his attack stat. It does land a Poison Jab on the 6th turn, but it does barely any damage, and now Ghoul is at max attack. Ghoul then proceeds to one-shot Toxicroak, Lucario, and annihilate with Shadow Sneaks, though he does have to use Play Rough to one-shot Parsimeon, as it's a bit bulkier. But now he's face to face with Eri's Starmobile, and Play Rough does insane damage, and even at +1 attack, Spin Out barely tickles, so a couple of Shadow Sneaks can finish it off, defeating the final star boss and clearing away to the Elite Four. Before I take on the Elite Four, I wanted to add one last shiny dog to the team, and as I mentioned before, there are 2 evolutions that I could say are dogs, and the second one is Glaceon. Is my brain playing tricks on me because I really want an Ice type for the Elite Four? Maybe. Are the evolutions technically like dogs, cats, foxes, and rabbits? Yeah, so I'd say it counts. And hey, it's an extra shiny for you guys. Now, as always, the evolutions are rare spawns, so I opted for the Outbreak method, And this was the fastest shiny hunt of the whole run, taking only 12 minutes to show up.
Wait. Is that shiny? It looks pretty shiny. Yes! Alright. I'm just trying to dodge this other one so I can get a save off. You know, just in case any shenanigans happen. Where'd you go? Here you are. Oh, dude, this only took 12 minutes. How crazy is that? Let's go. Oh, dude, Glaceon, probably my second favorite evolution. The shiny, honestly, I think better than what people give it credit for. Like, it's definitely not bad, but it's definitely not the best shiny evolution. Okay, almost had it. Oh, that's so sick, though.
With all my shinies collected, I was now ready to challenge the Elite Four, and Avalanche makes a stellar first impression by one-shotting Wishcash with a Freeze Dry. But then I forgot Rika had a Camerupt, so I did have to switch into Fred. But it didn't even use a fire move. It used Yawn. I'm just so used to one-shotting this thing, I didn't even know its moveset, as I'm then surprised by a random Flash Cannon. Well, I'm kind of forced to switch again, so I bring in Daphne, but Camerupt uses Earth Power instead of Flash Cannon. My ankles are getting broken by a camel. I can't. It then survives an Aura Sphere, and I was ready to say goodbye to Daphne. I had my eyes closed like that one dog meme as Fire Blast connects, but she lives with 1 HP, and a second Aura Sphere can finish it off. Let's go, Daphne. I need to get Daph out of there, so I first send in Velma, who lowers Donphan's attack with Intimidate. She then breaks its Sturdy with a Crunch, as I send in Gatorghoul, who can further lower its attack with Charm. And once it's safe, I can switch one last time into Avalanche, who finishes the battle with 3 Ice Beams, KOing Donphan, and one-shotting both Dugtrio and Clodsire. A bit messy in the middle there, but in the end, we came out on top with 0 deaths. Now, Poppy doesn't even feel like worth mentioning. I mean, Flamethrower from Stone just cooks a whole team, and then he can use Flare Blitz on Tinkaton to avoid the light screen. So, yeah, super easy. But at least Poppy got a light screen off. Larry didn't even get to click a single move, as Choice Scarf Avalanche just kind of Ice Beams his whole team, one-shotting them all. I'm so sorry, Larry. You know I hate to do it to you.
The one time I don't do it.
Chin up, baby girl.
In the crit.
Castle was almost the same story.
Oh, I don't think we live anyway, but that just freaking hurts more. We just got Avalanche too.
But when it came to his Baxcalibur,
oh my god.
Well, I'll just let the clip play. That really sucks, but at least I can bring in Shaggy, who can finish off Bax with an Excel Rock, defeating the last Elite Four member. You weren't with us for long, Avalanche, but we couldn't have got this far without you. We'll miss you. Anyway, it's champion time, and before we get into this, I just want you all to know, I did this battle at like 4 AM, so I was far from my right mind. Shaggy barely falls short of the one shot with Sucker Punch, but he can snipe as Sparthra on the next turn with an SL Rock. Avalugg was next, so I sent in Fred, who can lower its attack to -6, which should, hopefully, give Stone a free switch. And well, that didn't end up working, as Body Press does almost half of Stone's HP. Luckily, Avalugg's special defense is just so awful that a Flamethrower from like a child could easily one-shot it. King Gambit though is a bit more tanky, and I didn't want to commit my Terror here, so I switched into Ghoul, who eats a nasty Stone Edge. But that's okay, surely a -2 attack drop with Charm will let him live another attack from King Gambit. And Gator Ghoul's dead. Well, that wasn't my brightest moment, I won't lie. I bring in Fred next, who is able to connect with one more Charm before being forced to switch out. but at -4, Daphne should be safe to set up in King Gambit's face, and that's exactly what she does. And from here, it's just a classic Daphne sweep. Ghoul's death paved the way for the victory, and for that, I'll never forget her. Rest in peace again, Gator Ghoul. Rest in peace again. We've become champions of Paldea, but we still have to save the world from the AI threat in Area 0. But before that, I have to battle my friends to prove I'm ready for that final battle. And these were super easy. I just had a great type coverage, and these battles were super easy. I just had great type coverage into Clavel, so even though it wasn't a sweep, it was just as simple as clicking super effective moves. Penny, however, was swept by Daphne, and so was Arvin, and well, so was Nimona. Look, if you want to nuzlocke these games and you're struggling, just pick up a Lucario, it's so broken. Well, it's here. The final battle to save the world. Let's see if my dogs have what it takes. Sada leads with her Slitherwing, but its defense stat is actually pretty bad, so Flare Blitz can easily one-shot it. Her Brute Bonnet, however, is one tanky mushroom, and its Sucker Punch does a lot of damage, so I'm glad I opted to use Flamethrower to avoid taking extra recoil damage. And I'm pretty confident that Stone can live a second Sucker Punch, but in the end, I don't have to find out, as Stone outspeeds and a second Flamethrower KOs the Brute. Stone has been popping off against Sada's first two Paradox monsters, but he just isn't built to handle Sandy shocks. But you know who is? Vincent, baby! I gave him the air balloon, making him immune to the incoming earth power. This gives him a free turn to set up Rain Dance before Sandy Shocks pops the balloon. Now normally I'd use the rain to set up Vincent's Thunder, but this time I used it to set up Weather Ball, turning it into a water type move. But it still fails to one-shot, leaving Sandy Shocks extremely low. But Vincent, the absolute monster, toughs out a critical hit Earth Power with 1 HP. Another Weather Ball can finish it off, but with 1 HP, I knew I had to say goodbye to Vincent, so he might as well get off as much damage as he can before he passes. And he lands a Thunder and dodges a Play Rough. This lets Vincent hit a second Thunder to bring Screamtail below half HP, before eventually being killed. He was able to dodge death for a while there, but in the end we do have to say goodbye. His sacrifice lets Daphne come in and finish off Screamtail with a Meteor Mash, though she did have to eat a nasty Drain Punch beforehand. Sada's Fluttermane also outspeeds Daphne, so she has to tank a Mystical Fire before Meteor Mash gets the one shot. And I knew it was a gamble, but I was praying that Daphne could outspeed Roaring Moon, but she sadly is too slow, and she won't be able to see the end credits as Night Slash finishes her off. Losing the ace so close to the end is super rough, but Fred is ready to end the battle and get the W for all the dogs around the world. A terrestrialized Fred, and with a held choice Garb, he outspeeds and one-shots Roaring Moon with a Play Rough. Let's go, Fred. You beast. With that, I've beaten a hardcore nuzlocke of Pokémon Scarlet using only shiny dogs. And now I can answer the question, are shiny cats or shiny dogs better for a Scarlet and Violet nuzlocke? And well, it's clearly dogs. I think the cats do have a super good late game, but a lot of Scarlet and Violet's difficulty is in the early game, and being able to get multiple fully evolved Pokemon before Giacomo is just so broken. But if you want to see my shiny cat run, click on the video on screen now. But if you've already seen that one, maybe check out one of my other shiny nuzlockes. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, be kind and stay safe. Bye!